Michael, welcome to the Marngrook Footy Show again, brother, and a big week for you. And they tell me that you're actually running, you want to run for the AFL Commissioner's job.
Oh, that was I suppose, one of the questions I was asked, but it's been asked a few times. And look, I suppose a week, no doubt, which is significant, and it's raised its head again.
Breathe, Longy, breathe.
Okay. Well, you can ask Andrew that question.
We will. He's coming on a bit later on. But Mickey O, welcome to the Marngrook Footy Show, brother. Now, a big week for you because you've got the under-23 squad in town this week and you're coaching at the AIS, so a big week for you.
Yeah, it's been huge. I mean, Chris is looking after all the guys here and we're lucky enough to have him in the studio, so welcome, boys, and enjoy the night.
There we go. Well, Gelly, let's talk about your mob. The mighty Saints upset Carlton on the weekend. You'd be pretty happy about that, Monday night.
Well, it was actually Monday night, and well done to the AFL for Monday night footy. I don't know what sort of feedback they got, but I was pretty happy because the Saints had a good win against the Blues.
Chris, now, I remember that you followed Carlton fondly as a young fella. You must be pretty upset with the loss on the weekend.
Yeah, they didn't play their usual brand of football, what they've played in the last 7 or 8 weeks. But they've got a good opportunity to come against a great opposition again this week to rectify that and put their name back on the map for premiership favourites.
You haven't jumped ship.
No, I haven't jumped. I've got 2 teams. I've got 2 teams.
You can talk,
You've got 2 teams.
Well, that's true. I've got 2.
We
both got 2.
Gilly mentioned Fletcher. Can you just, for the viewers at home and obviously the audience here, just tell us about him. He's a remarkable player. He's been around forever and lucky enough to play against him a little bit up in Sydney. Can you just give us a few... how does he get through the years? And he's just an amazing player.
What's his secret?
I don't know what his secret is, but when he comes into the club, he's very sort of laid back and goes about his business very quietly. But
well, that's a secret.
Well,
he gets the job done week in, week out, year after
year. He goes out on the weekend. He gets it done for us. Yeah. So.
Paddy, this week obviously a big game for the club, and what does it mean to the players this week? Yeah,
just to run out on that ground and see the red, black, and yellow in the crowd, and knowing that we've got all of our supporters there, a lot of Indigenous people in the crowd, just watching us and cheering us on. It's it's a great feeling and a great honour to be out there.
And Paddy, you've brought something on the panel with you. What do you got there, mate, in front of you?
Yeah, I got the Nathan Lovett Murray's record label, Payback Records. They're the couple of young blokes, D-Boy and Jimba. They're launching their album this week, so...
How good's this, Pat? Paddy Ryder's our new Molly Meldrum.
So everyone, get on board. I spoke to Nathan before. He said I could have this one. Thanks, Nathan.
This train won't let you go, this train. This train won't let you go, this train. No, this train won't let you go. Train you fell long time ago. This train. Don't get on board, little children. Don't get on board, little children.
And that song, you've got a new album coming out.
Yeah, Grant, yeah.
When's that going to come out, brother?
Probably by late August, yeah.
OK. Now, have you got a football team, Arch?
No, not anymore. I used to barrack for Fitzroy.
Oh, OK.
But I couldn't follow him up to Brisbane, that's for sure. Chrissy Johnson's last Fitzroy player to play for
That's right, too.
Yeah.
So you just follow footy now in general?
Yeah, just footy in general. It's a good match, good class match. I love it, mate.
Yeah, well done, Archie. Give it up once again for Archie Roach, ladies and gentlemen. And welcome, Andrew. Always a pleasure to have you on the show. And
thanks for having me.
Yes, well, Indigenous issues, they've really been put under the spotlight, particularly at the beginning of the season. And you've worked through a lot of issues. And are you happy with the way the AFL is going at the moment with the Indigenous footballers and the programs that you're running within the AFL?
Oh, look, I think we can always improve. I mean, we, as you know, have committed a lot of time and resources into our Indigenous programs. we have made significant progress over the past few years, particularly when you think about the number of people who are employed now. We've gone from, I think it was 4 in 1998 to I think it's 70, up from 50 last year. We've got 10% of our players are Indigenous. We're involved in various programs, employment programs. I think we're making real progress, but we can always do things better, and that's why we've got the likes of these three guys on my left who we employ, which is great to see, and others like Xavier Clark who we've put on to help transition Indigenous players out of the game. So I think we're keen to do better, but I'm pretty proud of what we've achieved so far.
And I think you're doing a great job. Well done.
You must be pretty happy, Andrew. Obviously, the Dreamtime at the G, we're just about nearly sold out ticketing, obviously, for the public. So it's grown so much over the years.
It's an amazing game, the Dreamtime game, and every time it's been played, the crowd's been extraordinary. The sort of pre-match has been incredible. Now with the long walk, there's a real anticipation around the game. It's another great concept by the great Kevin Sheedy, who was involved in it. I'm looking forward to the game. We've got a lot of VIPs coming along as well. And it's a real celebration of everything good about the game. So I'm glad it's going to be nearly a sellout. Hopefully a few MCC members will help fill it up too. So that'll be good.
Andrew, I mean, there's games like the Anzac clash with the Collingwood and St Kilda. There's a bit of talk about it today on the radio that, the game Essendon and Richmond it's obviously the game that's been focused around. I mean, is there talk with some other clubs that were looking to put their hands up and trying to bid for this round? And
well, I haven't had any clubs come to us who've put their...
But it has been talked about, though.
Well, it got talked about on radio this morning because we've got a lot of people talking about footy, talking about all the coverage, but...
They still do it in all the states, though, anyway, don't they?
Well, they don't have
it's
pretty hard to have a Dreamtime game when you haven't got... You've got to have the Richmond and Essendon colours. We haven't got many other...
No, but I mean, like, in terms of the elders welcoming the country and all that.
Oh, that happens at every game, absolutely. But, look, I think what we try to do is we try to find a game or an event for every club throughout the year, and if it's the opening game, Richmond-Carlton, or it's the Dreamtime game or the Anzac Day game, or even the Monday night game, St Kilda-Carlton, we're trying to make that an event. I hope the Dreamtime game stays with Richmond and Essendon, who really were the originators of the concept.
But you know what, Andrew, we've got some footage of you back in 1985. You're running around with David Rhys-Jones. I don't know, you must have had a bad day. You didn't like David Rhys-Jones this time. And look, you got on there. You actually got reported back in 1985 in that game.
It was a final.
There was a final, tribunal, and you actually got let off that
one. I got off because, that's true, because it was in those days where I used to sort of twist the truth a bit, and I think David might have actually said that his jaw connected with my fist. And
you must have, you didn't get on with him that day, but if we took that case into this, the modern match review now, I've actually done a bit of my homework here.
Yes.
And...
level what?
Well,
high impact, low impact.
First off, Andrew, you talk every day. Give me a turn. Give me a turn. First off, intentional conduct.
No, it's accident.
Accident.
Accident conduct.
Severe impact. I'm not finished yet.
Yeah.
Rough body contact.
Rough.
And that's already activated 8 points there, which goes into a level 5 offence.
Yeah.
Okay, which you get a 425 demerit points.
Yeah.
Sounds like your driver's licence here. And that's already given you 4 match suspension.
Yeah, but good record for 5 years. Plus I've pleaded guilty. Plus I'll get some other discount that we'll make up, and I'll probably get nothing.
Well, this is where we're going.
Well said.
This is where we're going to flow on. If you took an early plea, I was going to give you 25% discount. Sounds like we're shopping at Myer. And actually, that will give you 106.25 points. This leaves you with 318.75, which will give you 3 match suspension. I think that's how it works. I only started tough.
So I get 1 week only. 1 week and 3 suspended.
Well, you got off.
Pretty
You're
good,
fine,
yeah.
It's good.
Once again, please thank Andrew Demetriou for joining us tonight. Andrew, thanks for your time. Very much appreciated.
A few more days out from the G, the big curtain raiser. I've come down here to the boys. I'm going to show them some Rock and Ronnie Burns, razzle and dazzle. I'm going to see if these guys can keep up with me.
This thing is built for you, Ronnie. It's called random variability. Do you know what that means?
Well, I'll ask Gilbert what that means.
Testing your agility.
Agility.
This is something that you were good at. Only problem was you were running away from the ball.
So what's the score got to be?
You got to beat 8.12.
Is that it?
You got to beat that. You're one of the greats of the game.
Yeah, I know.
You can't get these young fellas beat you. Get moving! Move those calves! Oh, yes. Great start. Oh, look at him go! Look at him go! Twinkle toes!
Got it, I've got it. Bungie, where am I going? We'll call that one quits. So I'm dizzy. Okay, we've got Justin Kickett here. Mate, welcome to the show, mate.
Cheers.
Can you tell me where you're from, brother?
Oh, from West Australia. I played for Narrogans for 2 hours out of Perth down south.
Yeah, been there. Great spots. Some great footballers come out there.
Yeah, a couple, but no one's taught me yet, so what can I say?
With all the beat tests, the sprint skills here, how you been going?
To be honest, it's pretty good. Can't wait to jumping one over there, see how good I can jump.
Yeah, I reckon you've got them covered in the jumping area. Don't worry about that. Juddy, get up there! Yeah, Juddy! Are you being serious here, Juddy? Chris Johnson is a great mentor of yours.
Yeah, one of my favourites.
We'll cut it there, and that'll do.
Don't cheat, Ronnie. Oh, this is a lot quicker. Hey, look out, Usain Bolt! 3.68 would put him in the bottom category. So, if he was a horse, he'd probably be sent to the knackery.
Mate, I'm bloody quick, I tell you, Bunge, I'm quick. Oh, bro, can we have a break for a second? Get, softy, come on, up you get. Let's go do the beat test. Don't talk to me, Juddy, focus. Get that water ready, Bungie. Just warming up, Bungie, warming up. Just can do this all day.
What's the special water for you, brother?
Oh, it's starting to really hurt now.
Real good.
These guys are just too good for me. I'm buggered. Oh, mate, what are you trying to drown me?
So I need to get a doctor. You want some mouth-to-mouth?
Mate, just give us some kisses, Bungie. All I want to kiss me.